Hey guys, this is the second time I'm shooting this video. First time, had some sound issues. 3 weeks ago to the day, I ran my first 50 miler. I met up with a buddy who I've been training with, Kurt, and he's been in the game a lot longer than me, a lot more trained up than me. And truth is, I had injured my hip, my piriformis, I think, just basically overuse, going hard. And I've been babying that ever since. And I got to this 50 miler less prepared in a way than I was 2 months ago when I probably really should have run it. I had done a 31 miler back at the end of July and I crushed it. I did probably 11-minute pace. You know, for me that's solid. And took a few days off and I was pretty much right back to it after that. Now, with this 50 miler, since I've been babying it, I figured, okay, I'll be rested coming into this bad boy. I was rested. However, 13 miles in, man, I was in some serious pain. And I started thinking, how am I gonna convince my friend that I have to quit? And hard part is, I've run a lot with him and I've never quit on him. And really, he doesn't care, probably. He can do it on his own. He's been doing, you know, he's a grown man. But I started thinking, okay, I'm gonna have to quit. My feet were in some serious pain. And I started thinking, this is over. This is over for me. And it's okay, I've gotta quit. And so, 13 miles in, we did 1 minute running, 1 minute walking. Pain starts in my feet, nowhere else. Then we scale back. We start doing walk 30 seconds, run a minute 30 at about a 12:30 pace. By the end of that 13 miles, halfway, I'm struggling again. I said, dude, we gotta do 13:30s. Next 13 miles, we bust out 13:30s. By the end of that, I'm struggling. I'm barely able to keep up with him doing 30 minutes running and 1 minute and 30 seconds walking. So the last lap we said, okay, we're just gonna walk this whole thing. I already knew it then and there that he was gonna be walking way faster than I could walk and that I was gonna have to jog some to keep up. Sure enough, same thing happened. He's smoking me by about mile 3. I just said, go on forward. And I basically just limped it out for the rest of it. And it doesn't do justice now because it's 3 weeks later. I wish that other video wouldn't have got messed up because the pain and the trauma isn't quite as real to me in this moment. But people don't talk about how bad the trauma is when you run this far. You know, 2.5 hours in, I'm in a lot of pain, you know, let's say 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10. Well, I know based on experience that the pain will level off and it'll be okay. And the pain did level off. Let's say it went from a 6 to a 7 and it just stayed there. But that's 9+ hours more of pain I didn't have to be in and just kept going anyway. And at the end of that, your body's like, your mind really is just like, dude, you know, why would you do this? Why would you do this? You don't have to do this. You don't have to do this. And it was hard. It was hard for about a week after that. I was very, you had this big come down. You're very just sort of sad for no reason. I guess just to go that deep into the deficit is very traumatic on the mind. And it was very traumatic for my mind for sure. And although my body healed fairly quickly for the most part, I had hyperextended my knee. And to this day, 3 weeks later, it doesn't feel like a very good idea to run. And so 1 week to go to the race, and my mind, you know, your mind sort of, like, if you're hard, your mind thinks hard thoughts. And if you're soft, your mind thinks soft thoughts. So the whole like, be nice to yourself and speak positively is kind of nonsense because Why would your mind be nice to you if you're not being nice to your body? And nice can mean a lot of different things, but nice to me means taking care of it on one end, resting like I'm doing now, but really getting after it physically as well. So it's like this balance of really, really going hard. We're talking hard, harder than most people will ever imagine. And then on the other end, listening to it when it's hurt. But you listen to it when it's hurt, and you slow down, and you have to heal, and you start losing the mental edge a little bit, you know? Because your body isn't hard like it wants to be. The thoughts are there, sorta, but on the other hand, your body's like, you know, or your mind starts saying like, I don't know if we can make this, I'm not sure it's a good idea. Whereas a month ago, you're like, I'm the hardest man alive. So anyway, made it through my first 50 miler. That's a plus. I've been a runner for less than a year. And to go for a 100 miler, at least for me and my experience, was harder than I thought it was gonna be. I put in many hours, many miles. No telling, I don't track that well. So let's say 2,000 miles and countless other hours of cardio, weights, stretching. I gave it as an amateur, as in like not paid. I gave it all I had. And here we are a week later, and I'm not sure it's a good idea to do it in this exact moment. So time will tell, it'll be a game time decision. Either way, I'm gonna make peace with it. I'm gonna move on, I'm gonna get faster, I'm gonna get stronger, and life's gonna be awesome.